Good morning, folks. Welcome to our broadcast. Extremely happy that all of you folks can join us this morning. Let us know right off the bat if you're hearing us loud and clear. Wherever you're joining us from, great to be here with you this 18th day of December. Believe it or not, next week, this time, Christmas Day. Next week, this time, we are right in it, folks. The 25th. Believe it or not, yep. We hope you're making plans. How you guys spending Christmas? Do let us know how you all spending Christmas. You coming home? You must be done home already. You going home? The other thing. Good morning, folks. Welcome. A couple of things to share with you as we come on this morning. There's a sitting of the National Assembly this morning, so we gotta scoot off to that, so I can be on for about 5 minutes. Laverne Wade, good morning. The mother-in-law is watching us. Good morning to my mother-in-law, Laverne. Angel. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Jermaine. Good morning, Region 5. Region 6. Going to have you guys on this morning. Marlon Thomas. Good morning to you as well. Forbes and Josella. Good morning. Claire. Good morning. Season's greetings all. How the preps for the season coming? Claire, put away ready? Good morning, folks. Good to have all of you on the live. Let us know how you're receiving us this morning. We ain't gonna try to be too long. Marlon Thomas, we gotta scoot off, folks. We gotta hop off. Good to see all of you on the live this morning. Happy to have all of you with us from the great many places you guys usually join us from. Great to see you folks. Good to have you. Share the live. You know, we see per week, per month, especially on YouTube, how many shares we've had. You're carrying on YouTube. We just passed 22,200 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, folks. And we're there uploading day and night, ensuring that you guys got a valid and credible information. As always, just want to make sure that you guys have it. A couple of things we want to share with you, wonderful folks, this morning as we're coming on. Them boys getting antsy. For clarity, is the PPP. They're getting antsy. Very much so. How you all doing out there, folks? Do let us know. We're crossing our eyes at the back here. Just in case you're wondering why I'm not watching you directly. We're crossing our eyes and dotting our T's. We're right here. Just getting our notes together. Sometimes you got to get your notes together, you know. Just getting our notes together and just reflecting on, you know, all things being equal. All things being equal. It wasn't a bad year. You had the usual crosses to deal with. You know how. But all things being equal. Different days, same thing. Same difference. Different day. How are you guys doing? Marlon says we're hearing you loud and clear. Excellent. Pinky Kerr, Savitri Zal. Savitri said they're afraid. Debbie Apple. Debs, how you doing now? And Debs, how you doing? Tissa. Joel Warren. Brent Mentor. Brent, thanks for that contribution. You know, whenever folks make a purchase of a sticker or whatever it is on YouTube, part goes to the sticker and part comes to us. Thank you, Brent. Thank you so much. We're going to prompt you. You with the program. You with the program. How are you folks doing this morning? Let us know how you guys are doing. Share the broadcast wherever you're joining us from. Please and thank you. We got a couple of things we want to share with you on this 18th day of December. Diciembre. Am I right? Am I right? You know, there's a term in when you're getting information back from artificial intelligence, you always have to double check. It's called hallucination. You know, we're accustomed to that word denoting, oh, you're seeing things, you're seeing things that are not there. You're hallucinating. But in artificial intelligence terms, they say it's when the artificial intelligence gives you back a piece of information with confidence as though it's true. But when you check it, you realize it's alternative facts. So that's how I said that. Diciembre, that could be hallucination. I say with confidence, is a thing. Is it? I could be hallucinating. In AI terms, that is. Can't say I teach you nothing this morning. Can't say you learn nothing. So we think we come in for waste time, you know. Diciembre. Is that the real thing? Delon, I see you on the live. The psalmist, Delon, I see you on the live this morning. Am I hallucinating? Diciembre. Hablar no see some folks saying happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Good. Marlene, I can check it. I didn't see it, but I'm going to check it. Marlene said she sent me something on Facebook, I mean. Naomi Drucker, good morning to you. How are you doing in that big state? See, everything is bigger there. I think that's why you like it. Everything is bigger. You know? Cold Providence. You know, I want to thank all of you. I feel like it's thankful December. Diciembre. Thankful to all of you for joining us. Bushmaster, Grand Rising. Grand Rising to you. Right back at you. Roxy McKinnon, Coral, O'Neill, Siobhan, Wayne, Dorette. Good to have all of you on the live this morning. You know, first 15 or so. Not plenty, it's not enough. Something shimmering at the back there. Could we have that? You know, I want y'all to distract me. Something shimmering, bimmering. Shimmering clouds. Simmering canyons of steel. y'all know that? Autumn in New York. Margaret Nelson, good morning. Good morning. Margaret wants to have had a double espresso this morning. Double something. Double something. Double the happiness. You'll excuse me a second, folks. Just trying to get a couple of things right. As we start. Autumn in New York. I want you all know I gotta fall back, you know. Y'all can't style me. Don't do it. You ain't gonna style me. Autumn in da-da. Good morning, folks. Axel wants to know, what did the cash grant? It's 2 weeks. I got some things to every day check in, sir. It's when it come. When it come in. When it come in. Couple of things this morning, folks. You didn't get the full 15. We got to run off. We know you're 40 or so. Right? We know you're fortunate or so. Naomi, as you about talking with, we know you're fortunate. Oh no man, nothing but love. You know? Some people can't take your happiness, you know. Some people can't take your prosperity. You know? Some people believe if you ain't got them, you're supposed to wither up and die. But God. But the Father. We got a couple of things we want to share with you guys this morning. A couple of things trending out there. The person wants to know when I'm coming to Chicago. Oh, shucks, hold on. I read that wrong. She said it's cold and windy here in Chicago. I thought she said, when are you coming here to Chicago? You see where you're doing this speed reading, eh? Naomi, Sandra, you see what I did there? Good morning, folks. Good morning. Trust that you guys are great and well. But God, let me talk a couple of things. Saw a headline this morning in the Guyana Times. You know, we only use it for wipe window and so. If you do buy it. Or you go to the washroom and you run out to the soft stuff. You go back to basics. Guyana Times. They run out like air fun this morning. They have seen dumps and abandons busload of Waraos, migrants at the Amerindian Affairs Ministry doorsteps. This is international refugees. According to Vice President Brad Jackrio, nomadic people, they come and go, what have you. If the lines for change were in government, they'd have the tools, the resources. And one of the things they've been talking about is having, I don't even want to put some adjectives like coherent and so on in front of the word plan, immigration plan. You got to have one first. Hopefully it's coherent and well put together. But you got a plan. If everyone invite the people, he said, come to Joshua. I got y'all. I got y'all. Y'all come. Y'all know it's me. Y'all know it's me. I got it. Pow. Y'all come for cash grant. He said, when y'all come to town, instantaneously. Instantaneously. You saw we gone dark there a little bit? We just lost power. I just want y'all to know that. We just lost power. Instantaneously, they said. Just lost power. All right, so give us a second to adjust a couple of things. And we'll be back. He said instantaneous, you'll come. I ain't gonna talk in the blackout now. Yeah. Welcome to Guyana. Y'all still coming home? You got like 5 minutes. 5 minutes on power here. You see why we said we need to come off the grid? It's blackout, you know. Black to the out. So Irfan says instantaneously. Now you and I know that word and got 40,000 interpretations. You ain't got 10,000 interpretations. Instantaneously says, my God. You on this blackout, eh? Blackout. So the power ship empowering people at home and abroad. How you can run a country like this? How? Y'all tell me how? I still want to know. Krishna and Lal. This one thing we were supposed to talk about this morning, you know. And the Landal brother who's at GPL. Friends, family, and favorite. Nanlan brother says, good folks, that the 80% there. So we got blackout because the 80% there. And they're hoping, remember I said next week this time is Christmas. They're hoping by next week this time, the power ship can start powering. The power ship can start powering. Blackout. We got a couple seconds on the power supply that we got here, folks. The batteries got old and so on. And we don't want to reinvest in the same batteries we had. We want to go solar. And that's why we beg you all to help us. But that's another story. That's another story. Right? That's another story. That's another story. Don't tell me Merry Christmas. Send some help and get me off the grid. God damn it. 80% there with the power. Blackout, you know. How you going to run a country like this? People not even qualified to run a corner shop. Folks, to take us where we need to be solar, I'll be honest with you, it's going to cost us about 1.2, 1.3. Eh? So whether them boys flip a switch or not, we can just steady. We will have to flip a switch. Easy transition. Light or no light. Light or no light. This is where we be. They say we 80% there. I fed up with them. That's what Nanlad brother says. We 80%. I fed up with them, man. I fed up with the whole pack of them. That's why you all gotta vote them out. Next year, y'all promise? We gotta vote them out. They say we 80%. They said they're bringing the lines down the stretch here. There's a dam running at the back of Houston, goes past John Finance, comes up behind Roxanne Burnham Gardens. They're bringing these power cables, carrying it into south, broken up the new road. They said 80% there with the power. Not fully there, 80%. 80%. We gotta come off the grid. We can't do business like this. Can't run a country like this. But I want to get back to what I've been talking about. Whatever happens now, happens now. Gonna be back with you folks. Whatever happens now, happens now. Couple of things to discuss with you all. We were on the Warao. The government, this Kwame, they were abandoned, dumped, busload of Waraos. Is there fun invite them in the city? Folks, the Lines for Change had a press conference yesterday, and they addressed some of this issue. Right? Naomi said, Shared, I hear the beep. Your time can be up. So I told you. I ain't got no time to mama guy. We bought some batteries and they are not sufficient. You got a couple of minutes, and then boom, they're gone with you. They're gone with you. So we gotta come off that. We gotta get solar properness. But that's another story. As I said, yesterday the lives would change. Dealt with these issues of the Waraos. Take a look at some of it.
On the issue of the Waraos, who are nationals of Venezuela, they're indigenous peoples. Yesterday evening, after 7, we were made aware. Well, there were groups and persons that were making contact with us desperately that there needed to be an urgent look into a number of persons who were on the road or who's in a corner of a supermarket on the corner of Thomas and Church Street. But there were persons who were there, the indigenous persons who were there from since earlier, and there were women with babies, like, and something needed to be done about their situation. So we headed there to get a clear understanding of where they were from, how they got there, and for those who have read the news and who paid attention, was that they came to Georgetown um, following discussions that they said they had with the president of Guyana, President Irfan Ali, um, seeking support and some sort of intervention for them. So they said they pooled their finances, whatever they had together, and left Perica about since about 5 and were in Georgetown. They said that they spoke with someone from the Ministry of Armed Affairs. Um, and what they showed me was that they were given little bags of, I think it was like about 2 toy trucks each in each bag. Nevertheless, this was after 7 in the evening, understanding that the offices are closed and us not having access to information on what systems there are to respond to non-nationals who are here. The AFC, we tried to reach out to different groups to see what relief we can provide to them as they were already here in Georgetown. At some point, um, Minister Kwame McCoy came, so I was relieved that the government was here, the government rep was there, and they would look into their plight and their situation. Sadly, though, that became, or it ended up being the government rep walking off after talking with the indigenous, um, is it migrants, refugees? What we have in Guyana is a situation where indigenous peoples from Venezuela are getting into our country who need help. So sadly, though, Minister McCoy walked off with a statement that the leader of the AFC, Mr. Hughes, had said, we will look into their situation because, as I said, I want to make it clear that there was no government official at that point. We were there for more than an hour and a half. And as I said, the lone spokesperson who speaks some sort of English was explaining to us that they had met with a Ministry of Armed Affairs representative. That spokesperson was able to identify the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Armed Affairs as being the person that they had spoken to during the day, but with no sort of proper support or directions being given to them. They were left stranded on the streets. So yesterday, last night, after Minister McCoy walked off, all because the AFC had put that we will look into them and we will try to find accommodation for them. Then you leave it to the Alliance for Change to get this support for indigenous peoples who are desperately in need of help. It is important to know and that the Waraos who are indigenous, they may not be nationals of Guyana, they're national Venezuelan nationals, but they're not the only people who are coming across to Guyana seeking either fleeing the situation of the Venezuelan crisis and seeking support and relief in Guyana. The government of Guyana has to let us know what are systems in place that should a group suddenly find themselves in the city. These are women, children, babies who find themselves in any situation in the city or in the town or indigenous villages. What are mechanisms in place that we as a nation can know who to go to and where do we go to ensure that indigenous peoples like myself and many of those indigenous peoples in Guyana can go to seek help? What are systems in place that lends protection to them, that they don't fall prey either to human trafficking or prostitution or exploitation in labor, that they have somewhere to stay, that they have food to eat, that they have clothing to wear, and a long term security for them, whilst hopefully they will be able to return to their country. They speak their Warao language, they speak Spanish. We don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Warao. I speak my language, Akawayo. We were able to get someone who was actually just happened to be passing to give or to lend support in translating so that we can able to understand their plight and how they got into Georgetown. So last evening's situation of trying to lend support to them did not just happen because we told them to come, or we were told that they were given numbers. We were shown photographs taken with the president of Guyana on the 12th of December and coming to seek the support of the government of Guyana, getting that message or getting that direction from the president of Guyana. We ask for the government's intervention to lend support and for also for us to know what organized structure and systems are there in place to lend humanitarian support in an organized way to persons or non-nationals who are entering our country, whether they are indigenous or non-indigenous, for example, coming from Venezuela.
Yeah, yeah. So there you have it, folks. Some of what the Alliance for Change said yesterday on this matter. But I want Laura, no, they ain't got no organized system. They ain't got no organized system for support. Here I tell you, there is none. The Alliance for Change maintain that since it's a humanitarian crisis that brought these gentle folks to our shores, the government has a responsibility. And it took the opportunity to notify the Ministry of Indigenous Affairs and Meridian Affairs that they were bringing the folks. Now, there's some headlines this morning. Oh, they were dumped. They were abandoned. If government don't want to do the work, the MIT office, I know a couple of folks who could do this work. We know a couple people. And then we saw, it's getting a lot of commentary, Lieutenant Colonel Earl Edgill being put out there. A nice man, from what I know, a family man, a professional, being put out there to tell a narrative. What is that about? What is that about? Since when the AD camp, hope I'm calling it right, the ADC to the president, he got run PR now. There's such a deficit. Nascimento making it. Kwame making it. You're going to get the aide camp. You're going to put him out there. You could see in the fellow face. He really want to be doing this foolishness. But the aide camp out there saying, oh, we did this for them and we get him a box of cock up on 5,000. And that should solve the problem. It's just like the PPP, yeah? A box of cook up on 5,000, and that should fix the problem. Huh? From what I know, he's a decent fellow. Naomi, a professional. He out there now, running PR. You gotta give you double pay this man. And you working for two people. The bonus that the army getting, he gotta get two. He gotta do Kwame work, he gotta do NCN work, he gotta do DPI work. Let propaganda people deal with propaganda and leave the public servants to do what they have to do. See, the cam now gotta take the mic. There is such a deficit of trust in this administration and regime. Hey, look at the camp now coming out. These are professional people. And one letter writer today makes that point. Fantastic letter in today's press. Making the point. This is unprecedented action that violates the long-standing apolitical nature of the Ghana Defense Force. That's where the camp comes from, the Ghana Defense Force, to assist the, what do you call it, Commander-in-Chief with certain duties. No, you got to take a mic and say, oh, he didn't remember the girl house in Providence. I know, because I was there. And the man just... I know, I was with him at the other place. He remember the girl house in Providence? Pack of madness. Naomi says he's a soup drinker. He walking for brown bag. Is that so, Colonel Edgell? I'm quoting what the public's saying here. I think you're a decent family man. Eddie Camp shouldn't be put in that position. But I could understand. Commander-in-Chief gives you an order. The the tenet in the army is you comply, then you complain. Your superior gives you an order. But I could see in Lieutenant's face, he's not quite there with them on this storyline here. But hold on. Father have his mercies. This little spectacle is here. Father have his mercies. Father have his mercies on all of us. Your boy run out this morning. Orphan Alley. When the Hudson, your boy run out. At State House this morning. Line for change had a 45, 50-minute press conference yesterday on this issue. Orphan run it out. He came in out. I gotta get a look like the ADC now. Man said, give him my hat. Hold on. Pull it back a little bit. We ain't got this sound effects like the night show here. Skirks. Kevin, help me pull it back. Man had a 5:30 this morning. Rudolph, have me pull it back. Skirks. Zip, zip. Have me pull it back, Yolanda. I grown up my whole life, Marlon Thomas, hearing you don't wear hat in house. You don't wear hat in house. And Irvin has not realized it as yet. This is not your private residence. State House has a dual function. Right? Has a dual function. Housing the head of state. And it's a backdrop for national activities of the executive. Man said, give me a hat. I want a big hair show. Remember I told you the other day, I had a friend of mine in school. I said, my hair high. He said, my hair big. Potatoes. He want he big hair. Give me a hat, man. Lock and track the hair down. Irfan, it's mesmerizing to listen to him. Because of my little background teaching. Literature, English language, history. I look for structure. Grammar, syntax. The main idea. Like in paragraph writing. Structure. This relating to this was a rant. I thought Irfan coming out to tell us something, since he was in such a hurry with his hat and t-shirt. It's like Irfan get up to go downstairs for some bacon and turkey. And he said, oh, shucks, yeah, got a mic here and a camera? Let's sit down a little bit. You got mic and camera here? Shucks. Mic and camera? Let's sit down a little bit. Rest the old foot. Irfan came out this. It was like half hour, nothing. It was so infantile. It's just hints throwing. Oh, you know, you got some people living in Texas where everything big. They're always on a live in the... You know what kind of people? Oh, you got some short people in Brooklyn. A little flat hair one. She's short. It's executive hints throwing half hour. Half hour in the big neck t-shirt. And the palazzo. You know, we're hat in house. But Aristotle Onassis, Jackie Kennedy Onassis, husband, second husband. John Fitzgerald Kennedy being the first. He said money don't buy class, it's by tolerance. So let me tolerate you a little bit. You got Dan hat in house, tightly wrapped. It's just a rant, you know. I said the hints throw in. Valerie Clark. Come on. Come on. Case in point.
I wish to address some characters in our society who exercise what I would term egotistical arrogance. Egotistical arrogance is a simple term to describe some persons who are so egotistic. They believe they know everything. They're the all-knowers in our society. They believe that they are in a sphere by themselves. But this arrogance avoids them from factual basis or foundational basis of facts, it buries them in their ego to dominate, and their ego to want to dispose the truth in many ways, shape, and form. I would say these persons and these characters that exist in our society are willfully, they demonstrate what I call willful ignorance. And willful ignorance is understanding the truth, knowing the truth, but avoiding the truth, avoiding the facts, avoiding the reality. So in their egotistical arrogance, they demonstrate willful ignorance. And you know these characters. They say 33 is more than 34. They deny that they try to rig the elections.
Somebody take the mic for me this morning. It's half hour this, you know. Earphone circling this wrong way. The thief for the lights, you hear? See, he's circling this runway for half hour. Egotistical arrogance. They believe 33 is greater than 34. Half hour this, you know. Foundational basis of facts. I said this man gonna come and tell me divine instantaneous. No. Foundational basis. You could start with that, Irfan. Mr. Instantaneous, 2,000, 200,000 per household. You didn't have a foundational basis of facts. That's why Jack will come and tumble you upside down with your egotistical arrogance. And here the man says, I feel sorry for him, right? When the teacher was teaching in class, he was at the back making airplanes. Zoop. What I call willful ignorance. Well, that's a phrase that a lot of people use. It's not a use, call it so. What I call willful ignorance. Like he has coined something here. See, one set of hints thrown foundational. They don't have a foundational base of fact. Who is that now? You got left to wonder. There's a whole head of state here, you know. And then he looking around for agreement. He looking around for agreement in the room. This is madness. Egotistical arrogance. I think somewhere in egotistical arrogance is implied. I don't know. What I call, well, folks, I'm going to save you half of your life. I'm not going to get back my own, but I don't want to do you the same. Then half of my life, I can get back this morning. Foundational basis. Half hour. Half an hour. Not a case in point.
Convenience of the conscience must never ever override the facts, the truth, and what make us a society, what make us a country, is a constitution that must always be protected and respected, is a constitution that all of us swear to uphold. That is what is a foundational pillar under which our nation stands. I hope I was able to bring some clarity through the facts. I hope I was able to expose those that hide under the umbrella of the convenience of the conscience. And I hope that we are all in a better place now to understand the characters their playbook, and who are the playwriters. Thank you. Have a great day. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are better. All for one for all. One Guyana. God bless you. Thank you.
Yep. Characters, playbooks, and playwriters. Folks, I kid you not. That's the 32 minutes. The man got up. He was going downstairs a piece of bacon and piece of turkey and some sausage with some lard. He forgot to put on his trainees. He passed and he see a mic and the camera, he said, oh, yeah, nice. Nice, sit down. It's a big chair, yeah, but it's gotta be me up. It gotta be me up preparing for this big chair. So like sit down and rest the old foot. Rest the old foot a little bit. One good foot. Has walked plenty, let's sit down here. He even thinks he's a philosopher, you know. In between that beginning and that end is allegations of who rigged elections. 4 going on 5 years later, they can't get one conviction in the court. Allegation who rigged election. He talk about the Natural Resource Fund. Nothing. Whatever comes to mind at the moment. Like the cash grant, the thing had no structure. It's just a rant. Clarity through facts. That's what he said. But I'm more confused than before he started. Convenience of conscience. That's how the whole thing was punctuated. These things left you wondering, is who he talking about here today? Now if you and your spouse, Elizabeth, in a house, it's just y'all two. This is the launching years. Them kids big now, they gone off. It's just y'all two. Huh? Andrew? If you wake up and your wife saying, it's just you in the house. Oh, some of we. No, we able, eh? Some we know we able. Come here all kind of hours. Some people know they able. I said to him, showing. Look, I too old for the now. When you get old, you go straight to the pipe. You got an acute awareness of time. Michelle Lowe says 0 for composition. What are grades? He ended up to rant about attempted rigging of elections. Tell him about the cash grant. How well that's going. When people get the 100,000, the people said public servants, and our brothers and sisters in the hinterland, we in a holding pattern. Tell us about that. A number of other things. You could have Irfan pronouncing on substantive things, qualitative things. The man coming a rant. And somebody got to tell Irfan, I hope it's the ADC, since they're putting you to do all kind of work, you're not a size 0. Where your size? I don't care how much Ozempic you chuck down. You're not there yet with Slim Things. You're not there yet. Where your size? Compose yourself like an executive, man. You're representing all of us. You in State House with a hat, looking like a destitute, and coming here to lecture us in philosophy about clarity of facts and convenience of conscience. Look who's talking. Tell us about the black box. Commander-in-Chief, 5 men die on your watch. You should be ashamed. 20 students. We can't know the facts all now. You know what convenes a conscience? Shame on you, man. You're bringing a bill not to dispossess African communities, and you know you really got convenes a conscience. And you coming out here to lecture, but who think one number is greater than what? And with egotistical arrogance? This fella is the poster child for it. Egotistical arrogance. Foundational basis of facts. When Janet did throw in Cordard over his shoulder, oh, y'all forget them facts. When y'all G come, hired hand to drive a thief, the 2010 election, you know what foundational basis of facts, a pack of scamps. Do not allow them to lecture to us. We got our own tutors and we pay for we damn tuition. Don't lecture to us. You got big scam that is you, boss, and you can tell we on foundational basis of facts? How much blood y'all got in your hands, Mr. Foundational basis of facts? You're now heading into election and sharing out things Wild West like Santa Claus. Read Sabbath News for the last year and 2 months, for the last 12 months, 14 months, and the cost of living. Read the citizens in their own words. Y'all like the facts. Y'all want different facts. Willful ignorance, egotistical arrogance, convenience of conscience. I can let the rest of y'all. Gotta head to the National Assembly to deal with another pack of jagabats. Another pack of jagabats there. Gotta deal with. I ain't gonna let the rest of y'all. Right? I ain't gonna let the rest of y'all. You got the girl tinning down. Tinning down, tinning down. You talk about foundational basis. Somebody got to say, hold up the man. Old girl, hold up. You disappeared on me. You can't do that. What are you going to tell me? We can leave it there this morning. We're going to leave it there. I did tell you. We ain't get the full thing. Heading off to the National Assembly now to deal with these are the jagabats. You ain't get the full thing. You ain't gonna get the full thing. As we on Slim Things. Starbuck News had a caricature. Monday papers, I think it was. First Lady rep run out. Starbuck News should apologize. Oh, this caricature is racist. It's classist. They won't be exempt from public criticisms. They want to have the biggest bacchanals, women swinging from the chandeliers, but they don't want public commentary. They don't want, when it's other people being criticized, they must do all the criticizing. Therefore, must run out here and talk about foundational basis of fact, who is egotistical, willful ignorance. Conscience of convenience, convenience of conscience came in out. But when folks start to turn back, their critique and say how tone deaf they are to the plight of the ordinary Guyanese, some little Nakavaka might Ravin Singh run out. Oh, Starbucks News should apologize to the First Lady's racist. Because Starbucks News got a rum bottle between a champagne bottle and she in a glass. Oh, it's racist. Can we talk about these lands that them boys got eyes on? If we really want to talk about racism, can we talk about success squatting area? Can we talk about Cane View Mocha? Can we talk about Amelia's Ward? Can we talk about Hillfoot? Ink on paper is racist. And this lady husband championing some policies, dispossessing people of what our foreparents work hard to build. Blood, sweat, and tears. But ink on paper to frighten. Huh? You want backball and wind up. Jump and go down. But there must be no commentary. Go ahead or pick your life away. One of the things is, it wasn't publicly funded. This event, it wasn't publicly funded. So you shouldn't talk. That National Assembly gave the First Lady $50 million this year. How she bought the clothes she had on. The security that ferried her to and from the venue. Who paid for it? The event wasn't publicly funded. You and I own the shoe and your foot, the jewelry and your neck, and the Ozempic. It wasn't publicly funded. I never heard such nonsense in my life. And they should be ashamed to say that. Because if it isn't publicly funded, which set of private citizens funding the First Lady? Which set of private citizens funding the First Lady? With these lavish parties and jamborees and fetes. But let's leave it there. Let's leave it there, good friends. We can see you guys on the next side. We're going to see you guys on the next side. It wasn't 15. You can hear me just now on a live. Or those who think giving 3 items on a morning show is 15 items. Those who think the hint thrower, the thrower of hints in chief. Folks, that's our time this morning. Forgive us. That's our program. We're going to see you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Stay vigilant. Share the live. Folks, smash that emoji button and partner with us if you can too. Blackout nastiness affecting us all the damn time. We got to come off the grid. Stay safe, folks. Stay safe. We're going to see you guys in the next broadcast.